but I've been trying to get my mental health together. What I may or may not have mentioned before, that I am, or at least used to be, a marijuana smoker. I put it down for a little bit because I realized that I've learned what I need to learn for now from it. And I also would drink a lot of alcohol. I was more of a social drinker. Sometimes I drink at home by myself, but you see, because I was depressed, I got involved with substances. And don't think that I am about to bash marijuana, because I would not be able to make it through without it. Like, I kind of understand why some people are so dependent on it. It really helps you out with stress and whatever, but it does change your brain chemistry. It surely did change mine, and because of it, I do believe that's the reason why I experienced the onset of paranoid schizophrenia. However, because I have a lot of experience with edibles, I knew how to navigate out of madness. I was literally going insane, like extremely insane. But it's important to note that marijuana frees the mind, and it changes the way that you think, but you can change your own brain chemistry by changing the way that you think without it. So this period has kind of been a period of spiritual awakening for me. I will detail how this occurred. It's a really, really long story, so I'll just try my best to give only the important parts. But I've experienced some things that I never thought were possible. I am a highly sensitive person, meaning that my nervous system is a bit more sensitive than other people's own. I would not have realized that before because I was just numb. I made sure that I use my thoughts to numb myself, and in going on a healing journey and whatever, I realized that my nervous system is actually very sensitive. I feel things that other people may not feel, and I sense things and whatever, and it can all be explained scientifically. I remember I was in a psychology class, and I don't remember what aspect of Carl Jung's personality theory they were speaking about, but I know that it probably was about balance, yin and yang. And because I was grown to be small-minded and to think that anything spiritual that did not come from the religion that I was grown in is false. So they mentioned something spiritual that Carl Jung said, and I was just like, why this man never just stick to psychology, or why am I have to bring that in? And looking back at the person who said that, I'm just like, yo, you're fooling her. Like, that man is the reason why I am not probably walking out on the streets yelling at everybody. Like, he's the reason why I'm not absolutely insane right now, because he incorporated the spiritual with his science of the mind. I'm able to tell you that a lot of phenomena that you think are just stories or are not real, or a lot of things that you think are impossible for humans, they're real. They are real. The mind is a very, 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 very. Some really good clues as to how you can strengthen your mind are found in this picture, and check the artist out on Instagram. Very powerful thing. Uh, and my aim is to let you guys know what power your mind has. Marijuana helped me to reach that point, because I mean, sometimes when I detect the edibles, I would go so crazy that I would need psychology to help me to get back to earth, or I'd use math or some kind of logic to help me to be in touch with this reality. So because edibles mad me before, I kind of had some practice going crazy. I have to big up Shana K. Shana K, big up you yourself, because she sent me a video from that Teal Swan did, and this was before all of the craziness started happening to me. And Teal Swan at the end of 2019 was saying that 2020 would be a big year for the collective, and that there would be a mass awakening. More people would become in touch with their spirituality, and that kind of made the craziness that was happening make sense to me. Like I said, what if this isn't actual, like mental illness? Although it was, like, I was experiencing the symptoms of mental illness, but I was like, what if this is my spiritual awakening? And that was it. It was my awakening, because I was equipped with the tools to get the hell out of my mind. Like, I was so delusional. I wasn't myself. But the delusions really helped to keep me here. They helped to give me hope, to reach out on the other side of insanity. Because when I say insanity, I mean I wasn't taking any medication, and I was still smoking, and I was trying to make sense of what was happening, because my reality was shattering before my face. Everything that I thought was real was just becoming not real, and there was a new reality that I had to understand based on what I was reading. I literally could not reject anybody's theories of life or whatever, because, and that's why I had to get into philosophy deeply, because the world as I knew it was shattering around me. But what I can tell you, that we are in the middle of a spiritual war. Imagine you're just living, or trying to live, just surviving, because that's what I do. I survive. You're just surviving, and then one day you wake up and you're in the middle, like you're smack in the middle of a war. That was literally me. And part of the reason why I said, I have to keep going on, apart from the fact that I pledged my life to God, was the fact that if I can make it out of this, that means that other people will be able to make it out of this as well. So yeah, spiritual awakenings can make you feel crazy, because your reality shatters before your very face. It's faith is so important to your mental health, you wouldn't even believe. You have to have faith in a power higher than yourself, especially if you've experienced trauma. It's hard to trust anybody. It's hard to put faith in anybody, but it was a faith strengthening exercise for me, because I really can't rely on anybody. I can't. But I realized that I can rely on the Most High, because even when I thought that He didn't love me, He was the one that was keeping me going all this time. And now, instead of saying, if this doesn't work out for me, I'll kill myself, which was my mentality before, now I'm just like, if this doesn't work out for me, That's just not the way that the universe wants me to go. You have to change your perspective in order for your outlook on life to change, in order for your life to get better. You know, working on your mental health is not easy. It's not easy, but it's possible. And something that I don't understand is, like, I knew what was going on in my head and I wasn't really telling anybody. That's why they thought that I had bipolar 1, or I don't really care about diagnoses, because as I said, nobody really know what's going on in my head. And I was saying, how does medication fix the way that I'm thinking? It doesn't. For the record, I want to say that the medication did help to get me out of psychosis, but after that, it just made me want to kill myself. And that's why some people take medication and they're still miserable, because their thought patterns haven't changed. And I think that we need to address that some more. I think that we need to realize that we are waking up to a different timeline, and nature is the answer. Nature and science and spirituality. Returning to our divine essence is the answer right now. Becoming one with the great I am presence. That's really it. And you don't have to be. Personally, I abhor the thought of belonging to a religion, because I mean, I've been burnt badly, and I just realized that religion kind of closes your mind, and I love having an open mind, because the more open my mind is, the more I know about God. And you don't have to believe in God. You can believe in science, but God and science are literally the same thing. Creator used science to create. So you can believe in the universe, you can believe in God, whatever you need to believe in order for you to have good mental health. I mean, there's one Most High, but whatever you need to believe, because I don't like forcing my beliefs down anybody's throats. So yeah, have a little faith, because these are dark times we're living in, but they will get better. I'm sure of it.